Hello, this will be the tutorial for lesson number 9, Harvesting with the Loops. This is part 2. Let's begin by clicking on number 8. So obviously this is a zigzag pattern or a staircase pattern, and so there are only 4 blocks that we need for the movement of our character. Those blocks are these: move forward, in this case turn right, another move forward, and turn left. These are the only movements that are required anytime there is a staircase or a zigzag pattern. Here's what I mean. And again, we're not talking about picking up the corn or the pumpkins just yet, just the movements. Okay, you'll notice that she ends up standing in the same direction that she was when she was here at the very beginning. Watch it again. Okay, so these are the only 4 movements you need. If I put those movements in a loop, then you'll see it you'll see her actually perform the staircase or zigzag pattern, a total of 5 steps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, obviously 5 is not enough. We're going to go ahead and change that to a 7. And try it again. Good. So the only thing missing, of course, is when she will pick up the corn and when she will pick up a pumpkin. So here's the pick corn. And at the very beginning, she should not be able to pick it up until she has stepped on top of it. So that means we're going to put the pick corn after the first move forward. And then we're going to put the pumpkin block after she takes the second step right here. So again, we added the pick corn after the first move forward and the pick pumpkin after the second move forward. There we are. Click continue when you're ready. Now this is a challenge puzzle. Go ahead and click I'm ready. And you'll notice that it's essentially the same as the last one. So let's build it the same way that we did the first time. So I do remember that there was a repeat loop. I remember that there was a number 7. I remember the 4 blue blocks that were required for the simple movement, which were a move forward, a turn right, a move forward, and a turn left. This is just for the movement without picking up anything. Good. I also remember that we had a pick corn right here after the very first movement. However, in this case, there are 4 of them. So instead of just putting one pick corn after the first move forward, we need to ask her to pick up 4 of them. So we're going to get another repeat loop. We're going to change that to a 4. We're going to put the pick corn block inside, and then this entire thing will be put in that position right after the first move forward. I also remember that we had the pick pumpkin block, and it was right after the second move forward. But in this case, again, there are 6 pumpkin each time. So let's get a repeat loop, change that to a 6, add the pick pumpkin block, and we're going to take this entire thing and put it in this location right after the second move forward. So it is very similar to the puzzle from the previous one, except instead of picking 1 corn and 1 pumpkin, we're asking her to pick 4 corn and 6 pumpkin. So just use repeat loops for those as well, and then run it. Very good. Click continue. Here's puzzle number 10. The directions are collect all the corn and all the pumpkins. Now, take advantage of the fact that she's already facing in the direction of the corn. She will have to take a step and then pick up the corn. And she will have to do that a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So let's get a repeat loop that already has the number 5. Ask her to take a step forward by using a move forward block and pick corn. This should be enough just for the row of corn. Good. Now we need to get her to the next row, but we also need to get her facing the opposite direction since she's going to be going the opposite direction. So in this case, let's make her take a turn to the left, and please make a note of the fact that you are adding these after the first loop. So turn left, move forward, and turn left again. All this is going to do is get her on the next row facing the opposite direction, like this. Now, let's go ahead and ask her to pick up pumpkin and take a step forward. Now, in this case, she is already standing on a pumpkin. So when I use the repeat loop and it has a 5, I want her to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to a number 6. And this time I'm going to add the pick pumpkin block first because she's already standing on one. And then I'm going to ask her to take a step forward. Let's go ahead and add these to the program. That brings us to 10 out of 10, and it should work. Very good. Click continue, and here is puzzle 11. Now, as with any puzzle that is like this, instead of looking at the entire thing, let's just look at the first row in isolation, just the first row, from where she's standing all the way to the end where she picks up that pumpkin at the end. In order for her to do that, she would have to take one step forward and pick corn. So move forward, pick corn. Let's make sure that works. It does. From here, she would have to take 1, 2, 3, 4 steps and then pick up that pumpkin. But in order for her to take 4 steps, I'm going to use a repeat loop with a number 4. 4 steps, and then she will pick up 1 pumpkin. This should be sufficient for 1 row, the top one right now. Very good. Now, before she can continue on to the next row, she needs to turn. So in this case, I'm going to make her turn to the right, left. So she should complete the first row and turn left. Very good. Now, this next row that she has to complete is exactly identical to the one she just completed. It's just facing a different direction, but she's already looking in the direction that we want. So essentially, ladies and gentlemen, this entire program is for the first row. So if I ask her to do all of those things a second time by using a repeat loop with a number 2, then she should be able to complete 2 of the rows in the program. Let's see if it works. Here's the first row. Here's the second row. Well, now it looks to me like she's ready for the third row. So let's change this to a 3. There's the second one. There's the third one. Wonderful. Click continue. Here is puzzle 12. Another staircase or zigzag pattern. I hope you remember what the steps are. Anytime there is a staircase or a zigzag pattern, there is going to be a repeat loop. In this case, we'll leave it at a 5 until we investigate it a little further. The blue blocks that go inside are going to be a move forward. In this case, a turn left, another move forward, and an opposite turn, which will be a turn to the right. And what I mean is, whatever the first turn is, the next one should be opposite. And since I used turn left, the last one should be a turn right. Let's see if this is sufficient just for the movement, not for picking up the corn and the pumpkin, just for the movement. And I believe there's 4 pumpkin here and 4 corn. So let's change this to a 4 right now. And let's see if that works for just the movement. And it does. So now the only thing we got to do is add the pick corn and the pick pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and add the pick corn after the first move forward and the pumpkin after the second move forward. That brings us to 8 out of 8. And it should work perfectly fine. Good. Click continue, and 13 will be the last puzzle of this unit. And it is a multiple choice question. There is a program here that they would like for you to look at and inspect and analyze and ask yourself the question, what would happen if the harvester did these things? You'll notice that there's a move forward, pick pumpkin, there's 4 of them, move forward, pick 4 pumpkin, turn left, move forward, pick 4 pumpkins again, turn left, move forward. What would happen if the harvester did these things? Look closely at the code below. How many pumpkins will the farmer collect after you click run? And the answer is that she will collect some. You're supposed to analyze this program to determine how many of them she will pick up in total. Will it be A 4, B 12, C 15, D 20? Your job is to choose one of those. Where as soon as you pick A, B, C, or D, this button will turn orange. I want you to click it, run the program, and then the computer will tell you if you chose correctly or incorrectly. If you chose wrong, please don't worry about it. Just click continue. If you chose correct, congratulations, click continue. And that will be the end of this unit. You are welcome to close code. Thank you.